Hey everyone, it's Murph back again with another quick DIY video. Dealing with vehicles today. Got a '07 Jeep Wrangler, everybody's favorite thing, the Jeep. So just a side note, I remember when I was younger, these things were cheap. People would buy them just for their off-roading and whatnot. Now it's become a thing and they're expensive like everything else. I think a brand new Jeep 4-door is like, I don't know, 50 grand, something like that. So anyways, that was just a side note. So I had a problem with this Jeep. You twist the ignition, and it clicks like this. I don't know if you can hear that. It's trying to start, then it goes. Every once in a while, it'll work on its own like that, but I did figure out what it is. So we're 3 starters in now. Done 3 starters. I got to tell you, after 2, the odds are astronomical that these starters would have the same problem. As long as they're brand new and everything, the odds are astronomical. So I'm checking my signal wire. That's what the ignition tells the starter to kick over. It's a little signal wire. I'm checking that. You can look at videos that show the underneath, maybe go more in depth on that. Basically, you have a power wire that goes from your battery to your starter. That's always hot. It's always 12 volts right from the battery to the starter. Then the ignition tells the signal wire to make the starter kick over. It kicks the solenoid on, which puts the power from the solenoid. It crosses over to the starter motor, which takes that power that's always there and puts it to the starter motor. Basically, to make a short discussion of it, I'm getting the signal, but it's like jumping out. It's not coming through, but it's a strong signal. I check my power wire. My power wire is good, no drop-offs. You can do that with a multimeter. Basically, you test where the power comes from the battery to the starter and see if the voltage dips right out when you go to start the car. Then that could mean your power wire is faulty. And then all along I was thinking shifter, and then my friends all like, neutral safety switch, the car won't even click when you have a neutral safety switch problem. So it is the shifter, long story short. And so when it's not when it won't start, I've clicked this maybe 30 times in a row, it won't start. If I take the shifter and I hold it forward, it will start every time. So not quite sure. It could be like a neutral safety switch that is half gone or whatever, but it's still allowing that starter to try to engage, but the car just won't start. It's not getting the signal straight through. And at this point, I checked everything. The relay, the starter fuse, the wiring going from the starter relay to the starter. Because basically, you turn your ignition, sends a signal up into your through your starter fuse to your starter relay, then back down to your starter, and that's what kicks it on. To make a long story short. But anybody out there with a Jeep, you've done multiple starters, you're racking your brain, everything's working like it's supposed to be. Apparently these shifters are a weak point. I've never seen one, like I said, that does this. It'll click, but not start. It's the weirdest thing ever. I've never seen anything like it. But just a short video for you guys. I hope this helps somebody. Even if it's not your shifter, like I said, you can go through the motions and check everything else. Make sure your battery's fully charged, 12 volts. A lot of times it is your starter. If you're getting clicking and whatnot, do the starter once. If it does it again, that's usually not a coincidence. Then you can, like I said, check your power wire from your battery to your starter for voltage drop-offs. Check your starter fuse that sends power to the starter relay, which in turn sends power to your starter from your ignition. You can check all that, make sure your ignition's good. I have a scanner. I can hook up a scanner to my car. When I turn the key, it'll say ignition on. It tells you the ignition is working. So it's just a process of elimination. But this is a first for me, so I thought I'd put it out there. I hope this helps somebody, and I'll see you in the next one.